like, I think the closer to God I
Anyone's
get,
on here,
the more
but
I can see
Don't make it wrong for being discerning.
yeah.
oh yay, we can do 10-minute videos on here now. And of course I didn't even do a filter, so I'm not going to fit in with the cool hip teens and stuff. But whatever, I really don't care. Bring real back. It's Oregon and it's freezing, so I'm sporting a turtleneck and my hair's up because I don't care. We're snowed in and I'm having fun with it and trying to make it productive. So a little bit about myself. I was a homeschool stay-at-home mom. I was inspired when my oldest was born. She's now 8. It took me about 7 years to write a book, and it's not even that long. This is the paperback. It would be a little bit longer if it was cut the right way, but I didn't know what I was doing on Kindle Create, so you learn something new every day. And then this is the hardback. It's way cuter. So anyway, she inspired me to basically not be in a rush to go back to work for the preschool system and especially for the government, to be at home with her because nurturing your babies as long as possible is very important. Oh yay, we can do 10-minute videos on here now. And of course I didn't even do a filter, so I'm not going to fit in with the cool hip teens and stuff. But
do this?
whatever, I really don't care. Bring real back.
This is not it.
It's Oregon.
Okay.
Oh, yay, we can do 10-minute videos on here now. And of course I didn't even do a filter, so I'm not going to fit in with the cool hip teens and stuff. But whatever, I really don't care. Bring real back. It's Oregon and it's freezing, so I'm sporting a turtleneck and my hair's up because I don't care. We're snowed in and I'm having fun with it and trying to make it productive. So a little bit about myself. I was a homeschool stay-at-home mom. I was inspired when my oldest was born. She's now 8. It took me about 7 years to write a book, and it's not even that long. This is the paperback. It would be a little bit longer if it was cut the right way, but I didn't know what I was doing on Kindle Create, so you learn something new every day. And then this is the hardback. It's way cuter. So anyway, she inspired me to basically not be in a rush to go back to work for the preschool system and especially for the government, to be at home with her because nurturing your babies as long as possible is very important. And on so many other levels, she inspired me, so I just wrote it down. It was like my, diary journal, but in a more technical way, I guess. And 7-year Saturn cycle, or whatever you want to say, biblical. Yeah, and the wise men were astrologers, by the way. So I'm not saying it's not. It can be used for negative, but as long as you're not telling your future with it, it's definitely legit. So that being said, like the first few chapters, or not the first few chapters, but in this book, there is some astrology and stuff. Because it's like my second language. My mother was an astrologer in the 70s, and she actually wrote the foreword, which I won't read. I'll let her read it someday if she ever gets brave and she wants to be like my guest speaker or something. But I basically do a personality test for your child, and I do base it mainly on behavior and personality, obviously, but a little bit on astrology, or I correlate it, at least relate it to that, because if everybody did their child's individual chart, they're all like snowflakes, we all have different ones. I think that it would be a lot more helpful to parent and
Whatever. I don't care.
teach them. However, my favorite type of center, then I break down like the different types of centers and what's recommended for each personality type and learning style. And then, by the way, it's called Who is My Child? Finding the Best Way to Teach Your Children Based on Each Individuality Type by Jilliann Beck-Bryant. There's my name.
Like, help me write one. Not a
And
you wrote a book.
yeah, so it recommends different centers, and then it exposes the truth about a lot of centers, or home-based, or whatever you choose. And then my theories and other people's studies on the importance of certain things developmentally, as a whole and individually. And then it kind of breaks down my curriculum, which I'm going to probably make a new edition with way more detail on it, where I might just, instead of writing for 7 years again, I might just do it here and just explain it in more depth and detail. But I definitely recommend just picking up the book. It's pretty affordable and really real and eye-opening and educational. And you never know, you might learn something, you might not. But I can tell you that all my customers can get some one-on-one coaching, and we can chat, and I'm grateful. So I try to give you as much time and energy as I can as a thank you. And yeah, so the intro is basically talking about my postpartum journey and society and how they don't support mothers of newborns at all. And then chapter 1 is infancy, and that goes into toddlers and preschoolers, developmentally. And then, yeah, so I will probably go more in depth and actually read chapter by chapter and do different episodes. And yeah, the personality test, and it breaks down each type. And then it talks a little bit about astrology, and then it says curriculums, and then my theories on technology, my other theories on autism spike rates and stuff, the problem with our government, rants and raves, which, by the way, YouTube is like all about rants and raves, so I might do this on there too. And about curriculum. My daughters and I do live demonstrations of what we like to do at home and stuff. And then, yeah, my curriculum, and then when it's not available, which it's not right now thanks to the pandemic and the stupid economy, I can't even afford a house, let alone a childcare. Someday, though, we'll dream. And so what are some recommended centers if you can't do the balanced child? That's my curriculum, by the way. And then exposing the truth that parents all need to know, which preschools might hate me for, but I didn't really care at the time, and now I'm kind of back in the field, but still don't care. They don't pay me enough to care. So I will continue to speak my truth until I get so shut down and out of work that it becomes a problem. But I don't think it's going to be a problem because they're very understaffed right now. And I love what I do. I'm good at what I do. And I want to help you. So I'm actually a single divorced mom now. So I had a very, very supportive husband through this writing journey. Just stuff kind of went sour. Long story short. Yeah, anyway, now I'm doing it as a working mom and stuff. So glad I got the book out of the way. Now I can just do little snippets here and there and teach, and hopefully start my own center someday. Yeah, so I would like to know your thoughts. Like, would you like me to do chapter by chapter? Like, would you like to do a book study? Would you like to just have conversations? Would you like me to talk about a whole different topic? This is kind of new for me, so I want to know what the viewers want without making it stupid and cheesy. I'm like not going to do all these wild dances anymore. I mean, so I have this ovarian cyst problem, by the way, TMI probably, but I have to get them removed before I can do dancing again. So this whole page might change for a bit, and then I hopefully will go back to dance. But I don't want to be one of those people that's like, woohoo, look at me dance, like give me attention and follows and hashtags, and I don't want to be one of those. So some people love it. I'm very annoyed with it. I think it takes the authenticity and the joy out of dance, kind of. And it's just so showy and performance-based that, anyway. So I go right in with some seriously blunt honesty. I'll just read a little snippet. Let's see, that's chapter 1, though. Can't start with the foreword because that's my mom's job. Yeah, so the intro, I'll just give you a little intro if I can get it done in a minute. When I was working pregnant, I was already exhausted, sick, and emotional from the pregnancy, but with limited unpaid maternity leave approaching, I began to feel fearful. There are many parents feeling the same way who wish and hope for change because they are unsatisfied with where their children are or will be enrolled from preschool and on.
You hear it?
Some parents feel a struggle between the balance of work and home life and wish they could be home with their children at least longer time with their newborns. Some stay-at-home moms even feel the frustration just managing their child's challenging behaviors daily, not to mention the financial struggle we all face, either staying at home or paying for these expensive preschools, not even knowing for sure if they're worth the money. I can assure you, most of them, even if you pay more than a mortgage, for some well-known philosophy, are just as bad as your local government-funded daycare down the street. It's not their fault. Most administrators and teachers have extremely huge hearts and good intentions. It's mainly the lack of funding or the ratio laws that leave teachers overworked, underpaid, and the children suffer for it. Oh, yay, we can do 10-minute videos on here now. And of course, I didn't even do a filter, so I'm not going to fit in with the cool hip teens and stuff. But whatever, I really don't care. Bring real back. It's Oregon, and it's freezing.
Okay, here we go. That's it. That's it.